Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and the first thing I want to show you guys how to do is I want to show you a couple different options of how you can fit text inside a cell. So the reason I want to show you guys this is because right now, just looking at this worksheet, it's annoying me because we have a lot of white space in this data, and the reason that we have it is because, okay, as soon as I start a tutorial, I swear everyone for some reason starts texting me, and it's really annoying. I'm probably going to drop kick my phone if I get one more text. Alright, so the reason that we have this white space is because these column headers or the column titles, they're a lot longer than the data itself, and it's annoying me because I can't fit everything inside this one window. Some of it's to the right hand side, and I hate scrolling. So what we can do by default is we can just go ahead and take each of these columns and shrink them down a little bit. However, we have another problem that we just created. The column titles or headers are now cut off. So what if there was a way to get pretty much the best of both worlds? Well, my friends, there is. If you ever click on, I don't know, find the longest one, I think is this one, calories from fat, go ahead and right click the cell and hit format cells. Now remember, this is the dialog where we were formatting numbers, so we can either add the decimal places or change it to currency format. However, what we are worried about right now is this alignment. Now, you can align the text in your cell in a couple different ways. We already know about one type of alignment, and that is like pretty much if you ever were working with a Word document, Microsoft Word, you can align text left, center, right. That's what you do in this first little area right here. However, what I want to talk to you about is this text control right here. This is pretty much where you set how exactly text is going to fit inside a cell. So what we can do is check this wrap text right here and hit OK. Now check this out. Whenever I scroll in and I edit the cell right here, instead of just minimizing this and having it cut off, it actually wraps. And I'm not like, check it out. I'm talking about like, it moves to the next line. So this one is unformatted. So whenever I shrink it, actually I formatted that one as well, accidentally. But basically you saw before, what it did is instead of cutting it off now, it just pretty much moves it to a new line. So that is one way that we can pretty much have the best of both worlds, where all of the content inside the cell still displays, but at the same time you get rid of a lot of this white space right here. Pretty sweet. Now another thing that I want to show you guys how to do is how to merge cells. Actually, before I get to that, I'll show you guys one more thing. If you format these cells again and click alignment, you can actually click shrink to fit. And what this does is instead of just cutting it off, the smaller you shrink it, the text size or the font size actually shrinks accordingly. So again, it doesn't wrap. This one isn't formatted, but this one is, so this is actually a good comparison. So you see how whenever I shrink this, the font size is shrinking? That is the difference between shrink to fit, wrap text, and of course if we have none of them, then it just cuts off by default. So anyways, as I was saying, that was just a nice little tip. What I want to talk to you guys about now is merging cells. So whenever you merge a cell, actually let me go ahead and open up another, since this isn't, I don't really have anything here I can merge. Alright, so don't save that. Let me open up Crime right here. So go ahead, download Crime if you want to follow along. You actually don't need to download it because this is going to take like 2 seconds. Alright, so merging a cell basically means take 2 or more cells and combine them into one. So this is actually merged right here, so let me unmerge it real quick. Unmerge this real quick. So for example, this, what you're looking at right here, is pretty much some crime data for different different races, it looks like. So these are the crimes, these are different races, and this entire section right here is all the total arrest information. Now this entire section right here is the percentage information for each crime. So what I want to do is actually take this total arrest and have it span across all of these cells right here. So what I can do is actually copy this and paste in each one, but then it's going to say total arrest 5 times, so that's going to be kind of dumb looking. So instead of just having 5 different cells, what I can actually do is select all of these and go up to the top under my home tab, alignment, and I can hit merge and center. Guys, you guys are going to be using this all the time. What it does is it combines all of these cells together into one big cell and also centers whatever text was inside there. So I'll do the same over here. So you see that we have this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell. Well, we actually want to combine all of these. So I'm going to select them all, hit merge and center, and it takes whatever text was in that first cell, combines all of the cells I selected, and it centers it right over. So now instead of 10 cells, I have 2 nicely merged and centered cells. Now as you saw at the beginning of this little example, this merge and center, it actually acts as a toggle. So if you ever want to unmerge it, just click on the merge cell, click it again, and it unmerges it. So unmerge those, and then merge them back.